and I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Westbrook goes airborne.
With the 13th pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Donovan Mitchell from the University of Louisville.
In 2017, the Denver Nuggets decided to select a 6'3" sophomore out of Louisville, Donovan Mitchell. Denver then decided to trade the draft rights for Mitchell to the Utah Jazz for Trey Lyles and the 24th pick, which would become Tyler Lydon.
When did you know that you were going to be traded from the Nuggets 13th pick to the Utah Jazz?
To be honest with you, when I stepped off stage, like the last step, I looked on the screen and that's when it said traded to Utah, and I could have never been happier. I loved everything about this organization, love Mr. Lindsey, love Coach Snyder, and I'm just ready to play.
As a rookie, Mitchell averaged 20.5 points, 3.5 boards, and 3.5 assists, and finished second in the Rookie of the Year race, falling behind the second-year NBA player out of LSU, Ben Simmons.
Donovan Mitchell brings it down. 11 points, 7+ assists. That's ridiculous.
Utah, with the new-look squad from the previous year, still finished as the 5th seed despite having a worse record, where they take on last year's MVP, the greatest triple-double threat of all time, Russell Westbrook. In the preseason, OKC had acquired 2 All-Stars, Paul George from the Pacers.
George has been traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
For Victor Oladipo, let me know if you want a video on his career, and Domantas Sabonis. They also decided to go after Carmelo Anthony from the Knicks.
My reaction is that I thought it was the right move by the Knicks considering the circumstances. Carmelo Anthony is finally in a position where he's going to be able to legitimately compete for a championship, and I think that's something that his talent demands.
The stage was set. In his first playoffs, a rookie guard alongside a young Rudy Gobert coming off his first DPOY would take on 3 future Hall of Famers whom were in their prime. Well, maybe not Melo, but he was close enough.
David Guthrie and Josh Timothy and Rubio. Left it out there. Paul George steps in front for the steal. George gives it up. Brewer. Oh, it's Westbrook. Cutting to the hole for the jam. By Favors. Mitchell, the Euro. Kick. Ingles, the J. He cans it. Number 4. He's lived up to it. George, stolen by Rubio. Rubio maintains his balance. Oh, what a feed. Mitchell, big finish. Beautiful setup by Rubio, the blind pass. Mitchell, the board. Mitchell, high floater. And Ephus. Mitchell has not missed a shot. I repeat, Donovan Mitchell has not missed. He has no offensive rebounds. They've been the best offensive rebounding team in the NBA. George off balance. It goes. Paul George. Oklahoma City trying to find a rhythm here in the half court. It's Anthony. Bottom. And Rubio. Westbrook. Adams the offensive rebound. They get a reload. George fires and hits the 3. Westbrook. Pull up pop. Yes.
Taking PG out around the 3-minute mark, having him fresh to start period 2.
Oh, lay defense. Thunder can take the lead. Anthony, he's got it. A 3.
Great with that kind of stickiness in the ball. They're not getting it off to the first available player.
Silky smooth Paul George. Only one of the big 3 on the floor. It's that one. Russell Westbrook. City. Thunder get into it quickly. Westbrook on the turnaround. The bank shot goes. Rubio, the bounce. Gobert turns it over. Oh! Russell Westbrook goes airborne. Points from the big three. 33 of Oklahoma City's 40. Mitchell crosses. Mitchell to the hoop. Donovan Mitchell.
They're very good at it, but they like to play late into the shot clock. They found some angles and seams in this first half. Good in a vacuum of Gordon Hayward leaving and the Jazz thinking, what do we do now? Well, you do Donovan Mitchell.
Gobert! 7 to shoot. George crosses, challenges Gobert. Off the glass. One lead for the Thunder. Westbrook fades, connects. All when a rookie is dominating the way that Mitchell had during parts of this season. George, he's got it. Rubio has taken the most attempts so far this evening for Utah. Mitchell lets it fly. Bottom on a three.
Have some options with either driving the score or make plays. Will help them get in their flow.
They leave Paul George free, and he cans it.
With the officials about the physicality that we talked about in the first half. Paul George and Ingles going that one.
Oh, George is smoking. Adams couldn't gather. Mitchell challenging Abrinas. Oh, he spins it in. Mitchell trying to take over. Bottom on a three. Tries to get a running start. Exum, he lost the ball. Anthony jars it loose. Westbrook attack mode. Cushion for the Thunder. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. George, the handles. Splash on a three. Crowder had a mismatch against Felton. Mitchell high archer, rebounds it, and gets the roll on the inside. Abrinas over Exum. Off the rim, rebounded by George. Peaks at the clock. George fires at the horn. He's got it. Paul George beats the buzzer. George. O'Neal goes down. George. Oh, he's not human. Fluid.
And we know when you make your first shot coming back in the game from an injury, it gives you energy.
Westbrook cans it from the outside. A starting five for the Jazz. Mitchell using the favor screen, accelerates, gets it to go. Donovan Mitchell in his playoff debut. Westbrook lobs it up for Adams. He slams it down.
And with Paul George back in, they've got to shut that off.
Westbrook, the shake and make, the lob. Oh, Adams climbs the imaginary ladder.
In his playoff debut, Mitchell dropped 27 points, shooting 11 for 22 from the floor, and collected 10 boards. But it wasn't enough to combat PG's 36 points, 8 of 11 from 3, and Westbrook's 29, 13, and 8. OKC took a 1-0 series lead.
Strikes first in this best-of-7 first-round series. A 116-108 home victory against the Jazz.
Distance which they didn't allow the Jazz to get to as Adams controls the tip.
First Ricky Rubio. Pass it out. Brewer can't flag the pass down, and that's one of the things that Billy Donovan was
really just changing the tide with their defense.
Everybody involved. Westbrook finds a seam and a lane right to the rim, and he scores. Been doing a better job the latter half of the season and into the playoffs playing with the pass. Westbrook driving, kicking the corner three. No! That's great, good double team action, and then Gobert trying to dish it off the Favors underneath and stolen. Russell going to go right. Rubio, wow! You want to talk about
that the momentum has shifted. And he's trying to keep that momentum, that 9-0 start that they had. It's pretty much gone.
Totally gone. I thought Crowder kicked that ball.
He may have. That was missed as well.
Mitchell extending to the rim and scoring for his candidate, I think, for Rookie of the Year.
It was a two-man race.
George fouled at the three-point line. Russell shooting 3 of 6 and early going, making 4 of 7 as he throws a rainbow down the floor with 3 turnovers over the last 5.5 minutes.
Well, this is the offense that Utah likes to run.
Mitchell adjusts. George George for three. Got it. Worked it off the screen. PG-13. Drops a bomb. Thunder back on the high side. Exum. Extending at the wrist into the basketball. George checked tightly by Ingles. Again, they had a spirited battle and at the three-point line. Neil bidding for the steal. Squares up. George crossing over. Feeding right inside for the Buckets to Repko. Measures. Three triggers. And comes up short. Mitchell finds Repko behind the defense. Davis is back. Anthony will drive on him. Extended score.
Right before Gobert could get there.
Rubio hesitated as Westbrook was hung up on the screen. Brewer checks Mitchell, who is able to power his over the last 6.5 minutes in building this now 7-point lead. Anthony sets up Favors, steps back and scores. And he hit the game's first 9 points. Anthony. George asking for it. Mismatch with Rubio. He steps back and scores. Snatching down that rebound. The Thunder down 6 with possession. Westbrook, back to your point, speeding up the game. He goes right at his man. Nice box out by Anthony. The rebound for Brewer. In transition, Russ got it for three. Grant is short. Russell for the steal. He's going to go right at Gobert. Kick it outside. The catch and shoot three. Westbrook has 3 steals. George a wide open three. Thunder on the high side.
So Westbrook is out of the ball game.
Shot clock to 5. Anthony singled up with Mitchell. He'll step back and he'll score. It's a 10-point thing. Thunder will have to take a shot here. The 2.5 difference between game and shot clock off a nice screen. Thunder takes pass. Goes red. Scores.
Just smart basketball in the quarter by the Thunder. Not relying so much on the three-point shot. Finding ways to get to the bucket.
Mitchell, baseline, packing it. Patterson denies the rolling action. Mitchell looking for space. And a tough shot. Top of the building would have come off.
Absolutely.
Mitchell challenged and equal to it.
3 on that side of the floor.
Westbrook driving. Setting up Adams underneath. The soft finish. The Thunder shots have missed 4 of them. Denying that three-point threat. Mitchell up and under to score on Adams. 3 team fouls either way. Rubio fights over the screen. And then nice return pass as Gobert
Donovan Mitchell with the basketball again.
Rubio for 3. Got it. Ricky Rubio with his and Donovan Mitchell.
Despite the Jazz being up for most of the game, OKC came back and tied the game with 5 minutes left to play. But Utah went on a run and finished Game 2 with a victory. Mitchell totaled 28 points and a not-so-efficient 10 for 25 and 0 for 7 from 3, but got some help from his teammates, Rubio, who had 22, and Derek Favors, who had 20. The big three for OKC also weren't very efficient. Westbrook had 19 points on 37% shooting, Paul George had 18 on 26% shooting, and Melo dropped 17 on 33% shooting. Dodging a bullet and getting a huge away win, it was time for the series to move to Salt Lake City.
Utah comes to Oklahoma City looking for a split and does earn that split. Holding the Thunder to 40% shooting.
To NBA First Round on ESPN, presented by Mountain Dew Kickstart. Tonight in gorgeous Salt Lake City, it's Game 3 of this best-of-7 first-round matchup between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Utah Jazz. This series tied at a game apiece as Russell Westbrook takes his squad in against the young and talented Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. Rubio scoots around Westbrook. Here comes Mitchell through the paint. Scoots it in.
Right there, you see the blend of intelligence and athletic. The physicality up a little bit. Some skirmishes last night, some skirmishes today. And guys know that the season's on the line. Nice shot there by Melo.
Yeah, he needs that catch and shoot 3 to drop. Adams, the little bunny, is good. 1-8 in their last 9 home playoff games. George step back three is good, and that's what he did in game 1, even with a hand in his face. Here is Anthony, sizing up Favors. And Melo connects. Rubio, confidence in his handle. Finds Mitchell in the corner. You bet!
Middle ball screen, it must be more aggressive. You can't allow a straight line pass cross court. Utah makes.
Westbrook will pull up and hit.
Started in their energy, but Oklahoma City needs to have a little bit more resistance.
In the corner, it's Brewer. He got it on a three. And a much needed one for the Thunder. All season long, whenever they've faced a challenge, they've responded. So this kind of situation doesn't bother him as Westbrook blows right around Rubio for 2. Both teams shooting it well. Rubio thought about it, and it's stolen by George. He saw the corner feed. George finds Anthony on the move. He'll give it up. Nice movement here to Patterson. He got it on a 3.
Ability to talk you out of a lot of things in the paint. He talks Melo out of this shot right here, but excellent ball movement. Paul George spaces right back, and Patrick Patterson.
Of game 2, a loss. Westbrook, explosive, kicks. Patterson hits. An 11-0 Thunder run. For Carrot detail in the open now, they need a little more from Russ. This time he dumps it off to Adams.
I love the way he's playing right now.
Westbrook just lost it, trying to get it back. Astutely shovels to the corner for Felton on a 3.
Pace going into their offense, and what a play by Russell Westbrook to get on the floor and find the offensive end.
Favors a free agent to be as Exum throws it away. George slinking ahead and powering it down.
I mean, come on, you can't throw a lazy pass.
Mitchell, guarded by Abrinas, drags him out. 5 to shoot. Mitchell goes right around it for 2.
The explosiveness and the maturity that belies his age. Donovan Mitchell.
Watching a fellow Utah guard. Great no look from Westbrook to Anthony for the flush. It couldn't have been better to him. He was sort of preparing him for being cut and what it was going to take mentally to continue to have a career in basketball. That he steals.
Do you see the difference in that play than the one we showed out of the timeout in the first quarter? Activity by Russell Westbrook to make that pass a little higher, and weak side D by Carmelo. And in turn, what do we see from Oklahoma City? Gives Carmelo Anthony the ability to get underneath that and make the steal, and then
after a fast start, he is quieted in the second. George pushes off and lays in. Favors at it, stolen by Westbrook. He has Anthony to his right. Westbrook soars in for the finish. Usually the case in an NBA arena. Westbrook connects on a 3. His first of the game, 13 for Russell Westbrook. Adams hooks it in and ties this game at 60 apiece. Mitchell has it taken away by Westbrook. Just spun it over to Adams. Just like that, the Thunder can take the lead, and they do on a 3 from Anthony.
Thunder some production on the offensive end. Those trail threes manning that 4 position.
Mitchell with an answer. Westbrook explodes against the 9. Mitchell and Gobert both there. Mitchell on the other end is a goal tip. George goes around the Patterson screen, finds him on the pop, and he hits a long 2 for Patrick Patterson, who's had his stroke tonight. Anthony got the step and curled it in. Carmelo Anthony has been efficient tonight. 14 points, 6 of 8 shooting.
That series being elite, his ability to diagnose quickly and then execute quickly.
Final minute of the third. George's 3 is good. And does that get Paul George going? To be very physical with each other. Now George switched on Rubio. His jumper is good.
The capability to go for big quarters.
Mitchell has a seam laid Masters to the scorer's table. George has another for the Thunder. 10 to shoot, Rubio. Fading away from Smoove. 24 from the floor in this game. George sizing up Mitchell. He has 2 more.
Sizing up describes it perfectly, Orion, because he has that size.
For Pete. Rubio now 1 assist away from a triple-double. Mitchell to steal. Mitchell cuts through 2. Flips. Ingles 3. You bet. To this Ingles 3.
Utah's guards are getting to the paint whenever they want. No need to take a 4 shot.
Mitchell will pull. It's hit. Felton in the corner. Ends the run.
Excellent play there by Ricky.
A filthy play from Ricky Rubio has been just tremendous tonight.
Top Adams goes and Favors blocks the shot. And then Mitchell comes up with it. Extending and scoring.
Dominant performance by the Utah Jazz. Transition offense off of the steal, and the rookie, Donovan Mitchell.
Just 2+ minutes away from a 2-1 series lead. And a game 4 at home as Mitchell splashes in another.
After a competitive first half, it seemed like it'd be back and forth all game. But in the ending half of the third and the entire fourth, the Jazz took control of the game and took the lead in the series 2-1. The Jazz starters dominated the box score with all 5 starters in double digits, with Mitchell dropping 22 and 11 boards. Despite a better performance from George, who dropped 24 points on 45% shooting, Westbrook struggled with 14 points, shooting 29% from the floor, although being 1 assist shy of a triple-double.
Salt Lake City, the continuation of this Western Conference showdown. The Utah Jazz have the upper hand on the Oklahoma City Thunder. The NBA playoffs on TNT Round 1 presented by Hulu. It's the 4-5 matchup in the West. And Utah leading this best-of-7 series 2-1. 11 rebounds, 10 assists. Rubio, a dark extra feed.
Displays Rubio again, heads up, finds a seam, and then Mitchell with the draw.
Had 8 threes in game 1, an overplay by Favors. He's called for the foul on the post-up to Carmelo.
Look ahead, I think that Joe Ingles should have shot that ball, but Mitchell goes up through her, flying from the backcourt. What a great block by Corey Brewer.
And some wars exchange here between Mitchell and George. The officials get in between. And a technical has been assessed. Ingles was chatting. Mitchell joined in. All of this took place right in front of the officials. So here's Ingles. Favors had a little bump there from Brewer. Ingles got pushed back by George, and that's when Mitchell came in. Mark Davis intercepted.
And I think for that push right there, that Paul George is going to pick up a technical foul. Obviously, the referees can come up and tell Joe Ingles to back away. It's not up to Paul George to move him physically back. You got to be prepared, and you got to know your audience, but you also have to be patient.
French rejection. Go there. And a 9-5 lead for the Thunder. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the first. Mitchell. Bada with the 3. This Utah squad 28-13 here at home. Spin. Oh, Mitchell. Spidey sense. possession. Rubio working around the perimeter. Mitchell gets the step on Brewer. The drive. The scoop. Donovan Mitchell with another bucket going to the rim.
Mitchell coming off the dribble, handoff, full speed. Beautiful delayed last step to get around.
Rebound to Mitchell. O'Neal steps into it. That's a break. Mitchell splits defenders and finishes with the offhand.
How many times can Utah continue to put Russell Westbrook in those kind of positions?
Last 31. Mitchell weaves through traffic and scores.
How many times this series have we seen Mitchell on the drive extend the ball out? No defender has gotten to him.
Anthony got tangled up with Crowder. Angles, hot hand. Yes!
And again, Joe Ingles right after the three. Right in the face of Paul George.
Ingles was 0-4. He has made 3 threes in a row for a heat check. 2-second difference shot off the game clock.
Defensively, Donovan Mitchell finds the seam there, flips it up.
Mitchell's penetration. Gets it to go. Tremendous body control for the rookie.
It's great body control. Just attacking in transition to foul trouble.
11 straight to turn their season around. And finished up 48-34. Mitchell rejected by Grant. They're going to count it. Goaltending. Mitchell one-on-one with Grant. Cross. Jumper. Splash. O'Neal on a kick. Mitchell to Ingles. 3 on the way.
Finds a teammate. The swing pass from Mitchell. Joe Ingles was smiling as that ball was halfway to the hoop.
Up for Oklahoma City. They maintained for Utah. 8 turnovers for the Jazz. 13 for the Thunder. The dish inside. Had it knocked away by Mitchell. Look to the outside. Played by Rubio. Westbrook at the scorer's table with 22 to go here in the fourth. Rubio to the corner. Mitchell lets it fly. It's a 3.
I'm backing down here late in the second.
Ingles lobs it in. Big against small. Felton fouls Gobert, and Rudy Gobert is down for the count. And Gobert's not happy.
You might have got him in the beignets, I'm not sure. Down on the deck and taking offense to it. Now Westbrook comes over and has something to say as Rudy's trying to collect himself.
The officials are taking a look. And Westbrook took a slap at Gobert as the chatter continued. Checks in for the first time. I think that Josh Houston was now in OKC. Look out! Crowder getting into it with Carmelo Anthony. Assistant coaches trying to make peace. Crowder being ripped away from the scrum. Anthony still hanging around that area.
flow right into the face of Steven Adams. And he might have been trying to wipe away Carmelo Anthony, and Adams was behind the play.
That's what I saw from this angle, that Anthony and Crowder were engaged, and then Adams joined in, and he made contact with Adams. Houston's crossed the assignment on Mitchell. The cross. Mitchell, the drive. Donovan Mitchell on the scoop.
Crossing up Houston.
Almost following a carbon copy script of the previous game, the first half was back and forth. But this time, the Jazz took the game over at the start of the second half. This game was heated from both sides. Every single starter for the Jazz scored in double digits, with the rookie leading the way with 33 points on 46% from the floor. On the other side, George continued to improve his performance with 32 points. Westbrook finished with 23 and 14 boards, and another lackluster performance from Carmelo with 11 points, shooting 27% from the field. The underdogs of the series, with the rookie at the helm, were now on the verge of a gentleman's sweep over the preseason favorites to win it all.
1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Public service announcement for all the people out there listening to this funky ass boom bap. Check it out.
The Jazz can win their first round playoff series tonight against the Thunder with a Game 5 win. Donovan Mitchell's spectacular play in Game 4. The rookie scored 33, and here's a big question. Will Westbrook and the Thunder regroup tonight? And remember, Game 4 was physical. Expect another dose tonight on AT&T Sportsnet. Wins in Salt Lake City, Games 3 and 4. Here we go. Adams against Gobert, and we're underway.
George in a mismatch will drive on Gobert. The help comes, and that'll be an and one for PG-13.
So much of a factor in Game 4, but don't let him get started on the offensive glass.
Thunder is off to a 1-7 start. Anthony cuts into that with a layup that leaves the Thunder with a 1-point lead here in the early going. They are 32-7. Thunder with a 1-point lead and possession as we reach the midpoint of the first quarter. Adams skying to the lob. Flush it.
Up and go. Goes to his left and rattles in a bucket. Right on cue.
When it gets down to it, they play ISO basketball with Donovan Mitchell.
Off the screen from Adams. Westbrook rattles one home.
Early in the ball game, if Rudy Gobert is running down Main Street, someone has to get him, or there's a shooter open somewhere.
Wide open three for Brawls. He's got it. Westbrook found him in the corner.
They kick out to the open shooters.
Westbrook crosses over. Mitchell funnels him left. Russell able to power his way back and score.
Donovan, Crowder. Jazz are putting up the threes, and they're making them.
Watch out.
Crowder is excited. Pumps up emotion. Has knocked down not one, but 3 threes here in quarter number 1, and the Jazz lead by 6.
Tracked by George. Raymond Felton has checked in for the Thunder. He resets George, who spins, fires, and scores. 7 3-pointers in the quarter. The Jazz with an 8-point lead. George trying to respond, and he does at the buzzer.
Attacking with their favorite play, the two-man game, getting a foul out of that.
Jerebko switches. Westbrook pulls up and scores to make it an 8-point game at 39-30.
Donovan picked up by Patterson. Goes to his left, the jumper's away, and good.
There he is. Utah shooting with 2 out of 5 in the quarter. Westbrook exploding to the rim and score.
Josh Houston will step out, man. He came and gave the Thunder some energetic minutes.
Westbrook and Mitchell flat-footed, rises, fires, and scores.
Multiple looks this morning. There's the inbound. Catch you 3. Oh, big shot, Joe.
The execution of that play. 6-2 on second chances. George spins away from Ingles, gets him on his hip, and scores.
That's a smart play. That's a tough shot.
One said 2, one said 1. We got it figured out. There's Adams inside. Mitchell from behind with maybe the play of the night thus far.
Hawks Steven Adams, a tremendous defensive play here by number 43.
7 of 9. Has not taken a free throw here in the second quarter. Anthony off the screen from Adams, scores. Long 2-point goal for Carmelo Anthony.
First 5 minutes of this quarter, and see what the Jazz can do, and if the Thunder can stay in this game. Donovan, circus shot to start the third.
This guy, even 2 years after that, and his growth as a Jazz fan. Just a double cross here. The ball goes low. Again, what do you call that? A shovel? Gobert. They have OKC's number.
Another three-quarter put down by Donovan.
Taking command of the game early, the Jazz seemed like they'd be moving on to the second round, and at one point were up 25 points on the Thunder in the third quarter. This lasted 3.5 quarters until this man decided to take over.
Check it out.
Just under 16 minutes to make up this big of a deficit? It starts with not having any empty possessions.
Off the screen, Westbrook scores for three. That is a career high for him in 3 straight games now.
He's one of the guys who's a standstill shooter.
He can't get out to Westbrook, who knocks it down from beyond the arc.
You got 4 stops now in a row for the Jazz. Just keep cashing in.
George attacks and one. Spent the last couple of years in Turkey, makes his presence felt.
This is letting them play right now. I thought there was a lot of contact on that drive by Donovan Mitchell as well.
Off the screen from Adams. Russell scores again. Well, brought rain with that shot, and all of a sudden Utah has lost its touch beyond the arc, leaving the door open for this rally, led by Russell Westbrook. He's on our side.
Let's go there. Splits both free throws.
Nice spin move by George and a pretty finish. Feathering it down the lead, down to 12 now.
The shot clock violation.
Oh my goodness.
Paul George.
It just gets better. It just gets better. George has 8 in the quarter. He crosses over, attacks, and scores.
And I tell you, they made him work for that too.
Cross-court pass, Donovan trying to come alive. Drives and hammers it home.
Yes, sir. Challenged and blocked by Udo. Shot clock didn't reset. They're just going to have to hurry. Westbrook off the flyby, scores for 3. He makes from beyond the arc as part of that. The challenge by Mitchell. The Thunder with a stop. George out in front of the defense. And it's a one-possession game. The challenge by Adams. Westbrook for 3. Scores! All the way back from 25 points down. Has 2 of 14. Westbrook for the lead. No. Adams and Westbrook combining to put the Thunder on the high side.
I believe he has 5 personal fouls.
Beg your pardon, you are correct, sir. Favors with 4.
That's going to keep him on the bench.
George to run it. Westbrook cocking the hammer and pulling the trigger. A beautiful screen set by Adams. Westbrook beating Jay Grant on the pick and roll.
They had 15 free throw attempts so far in the second half.
Westbrook attacking, setting up Adams.
Donovan, beautiful spin. Abrinas on him, rolls it in and a big comeback bucket.
He's got to own this matchup.
Adams screens first for George, then for Russ for 3, bang!
His length that time kept him in front of him.
The drive, the kick, Abrinas, senor!
68 points between the two. Donovan goes back to work. Plenty of time for Utah. Rolls inside, lays it in.
Nice move.
Big bucket, 19 for the Rookie.
But a big stop there for the Thunder. Westbrook finds a seam and scores again. Russ with 41 points.
You take that too.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. Westbrook off the glass, he scores. And it's a 7-point game.
Donovan, cross court, Ricky breaks away and hits the J.
Okay, he cut it to 5.
Punishing screen by Adams. George over the top of Gobert.
George and Westbrook.
74 combined. Donovan runs it to the rim and in. 21 for the rookie. Third quarter dominant run by Oklahoma City. The Jazz trying to find their way back.
Nice.
Donovan again for 23.
They got the matchup they wanted. This is where all that practice time, the execution.
George stepping back and scores for 3. Cold-blooded from 25 points down in the third quarter. Westbrook spotting up.
Utah went cold at the closing point of the fourth as Russell Westbrook tallied a game-high 45 points, 25 of those coming in the latter half of the second half. 15 boards and 7 assist game with help from his co-star PG, who scored 34 points. A very disappointing loss for Mitchell and the Jazz for what now seemed like an untouchable Thunder team with Russell Westbrook at his prime. The series was now 3-2 as they would head back to Utah for Game 6, which would host one of the greatest duels in NBA history.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Gobert and Adams will jump it off. Carmelo Anthony back to Westbrook.
Utah, 6 players in double figures. Now we showed you what a great job that Mitchell is doing. And he's picking right up where he left off throughout this series.
Rebounded by Westbrook.
Now they need he and Adams to step up here. They need the 3-ball from Joe. He's one of the best that we have in the league.
Steven Adams with the dunk.
Then they got 5, and that like blew up the scene because without him there is 0 shot clock.
Oh, Paul George making a statement early. Bear in that paint. Westbrook behind Adams and got a soft touch to fall over Rubio.
I'm surprised Ingle just didn't take him one-on-one in that spot there rather than pass out.
Westbrook hits the 3, and a timeout call by Quinn Snyder.
Other end of the floor, they've made some mistakes. Now this is, come on, you've got to close him down and also get to the basket and make things happen for you. Make Westbrook play you.
Westbrook with a high arcing mid-range jumper right over Crowder.
Now with Crowder on him, this is a major matchup in this game.
Westbrook gets to his spot, got the roll, another body down in the paint, another whistle, another foul.
You cannot lay back off of Westbrook once he's in here. 15 to 18 feet. He loves this area.
Serve noticed that he was going to be a force early in Las Vegas Summer League play when he had 37 and knocks down 3 right there.
That was an excellent move by George, and then also the offensive rebounding has been terrific.
Westbrook backs him down and gets the bucket to fall. Little mismatch here for Steven Adams against Ingles.
Got to take him. Nice.
And Steven Adams made them pay that time.
To be in this type of a situation with this team and the chemistry that they have. Remember, this team lost their 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 6th scores from a year ago. They're just blowing out here. Now, it's just a great play and then an excellent look up the floor. That's what you try to get your guy. Look up the floor for 5. Now he's got 6 boards, but that was his first offensive rebound.
Westbrook closed by Mitchell. Adams finishing on the alley.
5 boards. He's doing, he's out there right now. That's 9 points. 7 boards. 9 points. So the home team isn't out. As poorly as Utah's playing, they're only 6 points now. Okay?
Westbrook from the elbow knocks down the jump shot. Russell Westbrook with an impressive 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Snyder likes to put the ball in Mitchell's hands. He crossed up Russell. Finishes with the left. How many times have we seen that this year?
Prime time move. As he takes the defense, there's the first guy. As he gets in here, he beats the rotate shot blocker off the glass. Oklahoma City. George is 2 for 9. Anthony's 2 for 6. So that's 4 for 15.
And Mitchell off to a good start there.
Yeah, there. Do a pump fake and then go up and go strong.
Mitchell for 3. Got it.
See, this guy picked up the confidence
to get downhill here. Spun right into traffic, but he got it back. Mitchell high. Wow!
Yeah, that's what he does so well. He can finish in traffic. Just watch the spin move. They take it away. He recovers, comes down and fakes the big guy. The glass so beautifully. He sends it up there soft.
Westbrook for 3. Tries to draw the foul. Knocks it down. Looks at Garrettson. Won't get the
pretty good job. He's had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 18 points.
Mitchell again. He's got all 10 of their points in this half. Playmaking that time by George. Mitchell going right at Anthony. There it is.
Hold on now. That's
time.
The And then the scoop. Donovan Mitchell with 15 points here in the third quarter. A perfect 6 for 6 he'll be. And he's really using all his tricks. Well, that's a great spin move and then a step. Now, I don't know how he does it because it spins off the glass and it goes up there so soft. And Russell Westbrook with a little get back as the other ever takes over the assignment. And a big offensive rebound by Crowder. Wow. Mitchell for three. What a shot. He's on fire. Scoop off the glass. And this one, he's just doing a great job. Mitchell isolated against Abrinas. Mitchell in his bag. It's that type of night for Donovan Mitchell. Like this shot is like a feather, like we said earlier on. Donovan on the Smoove. Yeah, he gives you the spin. Now instead of stepping under, he created the space by the fade and then gets the bounce. Now look, Oklahoma City, they've got to get going here. The only two guys who can score are Adams and Westbrook. The rest of these guys are not getting shot opportunity. So you can't always keep coming out now. You have to develop a low post game if you're going to make a run. And Russell does it himself with the three ball. Grant with an offensive board. Grant has done a nice job since he's come in here. Westbrook finishing with the left. There in one bounce like he just did. And then take it and lay it up with the left. There it is. Scoop off glass. He's perfect tonight in the third quarter. Look easy. Watch this move as he comes in. As he flips it up right-handed into the defensive man. And he plays the glass. How about that? Westbrook still feeling it. And with good reason. Westbrook with 29. Paul George. Westbrook open, and another three hits nothing but bottom. Well, that was an unselfish play by George. Halfway down and out. Westbrook on the here he goes. Pushing tempo. How about that? Relentless Russ with the bucket. He's still hot that he didn't get the foul shot. They move on to take on the Houston Rockets. Westbrook rising up and knocking down the jump shot. You cannot fault the effort of Westbrook tonight. For 19. Paul George just 2 field goals. Big block by Grant. Westbrook lethal in the open court. Fouled and one on the gather. Count it. And Russ has 42. Plenty of time. Mitchell stepped through, tipped up, got it to go. Now look, the rookie, spectacular move. That was a nice reverse move. He sucked up the defense, and then he catches the guy moving. Inside Adams on the other end of the alley-oop. Good look by Westbrook. Chance now to get it down to 2. Westbrook pushing tempo. Adams nice on this pass. Good feed by Westbrook. He drops a nice dime, and Adams makes it a 2-point game. Greens, never mind the 19 points and the boards. Melton guarding Mitchell. The scoop shot good. It's a big key right here. Westbrook got it back. Wide open three. It's a 1-point game. Yeah, he was wide open, and that's what you're looking for. To the Thunder. Into Adams. Now here he comes around Paul George. Got Gobert up in the air. Didn't get the foul call. Oh, boy. He was looking to draw the hit. You got to foul. You've got to foul. You got to stop the clock. Ingles with the ball. Will somebody foul somebody? 8 seconds to go. They waited a long time. And what a night it's been for Donovan Mitchell. A playoff career high. 37 points. Getting on 4, potentially 5 points. In a season that had so much promise, it appears now that the OK3 season is over. Utah advances to take on Houston. Donovan Mitchell with a career night.
Game 6 would host one of the greatest battles in NBA playoff history between two players. The final minutes of the game would provide some of the most controversial non-calls. The Jazz had completed an upset on one of the top favorites of the playoffs thanks to Mitchell's career performance of 38 points, shooting 14-25, 54% from the field. For OKC, Westbrook had another prime performance, tallying a 46-point double-double. In an elimination game, Paul George put up the worst performance in his career and one of the worst playoff performances in NBA history, tallying just 5 points, shooting 2 of 16 from the field, or 12.5%, 0 of 6 from 3 in 45 minutes of play. Melo didn't help much either, scoring only 7 points, shooting 3 of 7. Now, despite the atrocious performance from George, you can't tell me this was not a foul. And who's to know, if this was called, would it lead to a Game 7 back in OKC? The Jazz then went on to the second round to face the MVP James Harden and the Rockets, who gentlemen sweep them, and go on to having one of the most embarrassing Game 7 performances of missing 27 straight threes against the future NBA champs of that season. In his first playoff series, Donovan Mitchell averaged 28.5 points, shooting 46% from the floor, 7.2 boards, and 2.7 assists, defeating 3 future Hall of Famers, prime Russell Westbrook and Paul George, and an all-star level Carmelo Anthony. Subscribe for more and let me know in the comments who or what you guys want to see next. Peace.